let's talk about the 7 affirmation tenets of Universal Harmony Foundation. Every Sunday, we repeat them. Every Sunday. They're not a time filler, people. They're there for a reason. Okay? I affirm the fatherhood of God and the brotherhood of man. Not I affirm the fatherhood of God and the brotherhood of man only if you believe like I believe. Only if you look like me. I affirm the fatherhood of God and the brotherhood of man. Spiritual spot, that's something that you guys need to pay attention to. Stop judging. Stop judging the way someone looks. Stop judging what they're doing. Stop judging their religious belief. It doesn't matter. Because the reality is that we're all one. And God manifests in different ways. I've told you this story before, and I'm going to tell you again. The story of the wayfaring priest. And he's out going through the world, converting people, basically, is what he's trying to do. So he gets to this group of islands, and he sees these 3 Aztec priests on the shore. And they're waving frantically, and he goes to the shoreline, and he says, so tell me, how do you guys pray to God? And they say, well, we say, we are one, you are one, we are 3, we're still one. And he looked at him and he said, no, that's a decent prayer, but it's not a prayer that God's really going to hear. So let me give you a good prayer. So he taught them this good prayer, and he got back on the ship and went on his business. About 3 years later, he came back up on his islands again. The same 3 Aztec priests were out there. And they were waving to him, Padre, Padre, we're so glad to see you. Teach us that prayer that you gave us because we forgot. And he was like, not a problem. As he's getting off the boat, he realizes that they're walking on the water towards him. And he gets back on the boat and he says, you know what, Father? I have to ask your forgiveness because I've forgotten that God speaks in all languages. Understand that. Understand that. God speaks in all languages. He's not human. She's not human. So they don't function like we do. Speaks in all languages. We're all his children. I know I kind of got off the affirming thing, but obviously they wanted you to hear that, so I'm just, like I said, I just suit up and show up. Affirmation tenets, affirmations of truth. Bring those into your consciousness. Each one of them, pay attention to what it's saying to you. Because it may mean something a little different for Miss Theta than it does for April or for Rachel. This is for your consciousness, what it means for you. I've had many people to ask me how to set up affirmations. They have to be said or written in a certain way. You can start with I am. That's always a good way to start if you're beginning to write affirmation. I am wonderful. I am a blessing to everyone I meet. You can be conceited like that. Remember who you are. You're a child of God. You know, I am a clear channel for my Father. You know, you can write it any way you want to. Think about what you want to say, and then that's what you say. The answer is that there's no set way to set it up. That's what I'm trying to get you to do. Anyway, key pointers. Keep the affirmation in present tense. Oh, yes. The Lord will manifest this in my life. He is, or she is manifesting in my life. Thy will be done. Thy will is done. Everything in present tense. Because remember, the universe doesn't know any different. It says, oh, okay, you want this at a later date? We can handle that. Let's put you out about 6 years. Present tense. Keep your affirmations in present tense. A blueprint for your reality. Keep them short and simple. Don't give a dissertation because you're never going to remember them. Short, simple, to the point. Cut the fat from it. Get straight to what you want to say. Speak the affirmation with conviction. See, it has to come out of here, but it has to start here. Then it comes up out of your mouth. I tell you all the time, half-cock efforts give you what? focusing tool. I'll tell you a little secret about relish. I love rosary beads because they bring, and I'm not Catholic. I came from a base of Episcopalianism. Well, I guess kind of sort of. Anyway, past life. I love rosary beads because I'm able to pray, and I just feel those beads each one. That's my focusing tool. Whatever you want to use, rosary beads, anything, a crystal, anything. As long as you understand that that's not the power. It's simply a focusing tool. Anything that we use out here doesn't have power. It's a focusing tool. I want to get that very clear for you. And that took care of that page. There's an old saying, and I thought this was the funniest thing when I read this, and then I had to think about it for a second. It's like, okay, this is the same. You can't make a silk purse out of a pig ear. But within each of us is much that we can make either good or bad. That's a powerful statement. Choice is up to you. What are you going to do with your life? What are you going to affirm? What are you going to bring into your existence? Conscious affirmations can help to bring out the good. I've got an affirmation for you. The infinite spirit of love and truth is now operating in all my affairs, and all is well. I'm going to have you guys repeat this with me. The infinite spirit of love and truth is now operating in all of my affairs,